certainly the heritage is good in terms of, we're born out of a community, helping each other out and that kind of stuff with loans and that kind of stuff. So, and savings. So I like the idea of it.
I just think another form of lender saver bank. Really, look at them as a bank. Very, very similar.
Young people, when they're single and young, they have enough money, but when they get to being in their 30s and 40s and they've kids and they need money for extras like school and college and doing up their houses and things that people in general need, they would tend to go to the credit union because they know it's a place where they go and get money relatively cheaply, and if they're known to the local person that runs it, they probably will get it, whereas it could well be more difficult to get from a bank.
I suppose they're more friendlier than banks as well, because you can go into the credit union and you can get a small loan with no hassle, and they won't really pressure you as well. That's what I feel anyway. So when I walk in, it's a more friendly environment. There's no machines. You see a face when you go into the credit union.
For the credit union, I'd say probably more older people. I'm not sure actually. We all had them as kids, like my brothers and sisters as well. I'm not sure if they still use theirs, but maybe it's a range of people, I'm not sure.
It sounds like a kind of an old person's thing by reputation. It's like having a post office account, isn't it? But actually, I don't think it is an old person's thing. So
I'd say it's probably broader now, but I'd say probably it might have been older. But I think probably it's broader now.
Well, I'm used to interacting with the bank online and 24/7 whenever I want to do it. So I think, if there was a way of interacting with the credit union online as well, it'd be handier.
Because I keep money on deposit in banks, I would rather have it somewhere else. If I had easy access to it in the credit union, it'd be far better there.
You have a credit union card, which you can only access at your own credit union. If you're in Mullingar, let's say, you can only access on that Mullingar credit union. But they're now actually bringing out a new card where you can, kind of like a laser card, where you can access your money in any credit union.
One thing they don't have, which I think would be great, would be online banking and ATM, because it'd be more flexible instead of having to drop into your branch. It would suit people a lot more to transfer funds over online or to access or to do all your banking online.
With online banking, I can do it in my own bank at the moment, and in fact I do, but I would welcome it, being able to do it in the credit union as well. I don't think there's an alternative, to quite honest with you. You haven't asked me that question, but otherwise there'll be a dinosaur and people will fall into the trap of an elder cohort of people who'll be using them, and you really want to get the new folk in.
Online banking can be very handy. I use it a lot now with AIB, who I'm with, so definitely if they could kind of offer services like that, it would help expand their market share.
I think if they merge, it'll make them stronger and better, because it depends very much on the hinterland around it as well, because you could have some place in the middle of nowhere which is going to be quite small because there's less members and there's less funds in the place.
Yeah, if they were to merge and you could access all three of them, then definitely that's a great idea, instead of having just to go to your own particular branch.
I think it's very sound. I think it's very sound because there's no future for them. I think if we have a local one which is stretched as regards their capital requirements, not keeping aside enough money for potential loans, which, as we know, have gone belly up.
If they had more flexibility, like with online banking or something like that, I think they would do a lot better, be more beneficial.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is to attract younger people is to provide banking services as such, like what we have with cards, credit cards, cards for machines where you can put money in, take money out, and then they'll get the younger profile, and they'll get they'll get a huge number of younger people. I mean, that's where the workers are these days. Young people getting employment, they need somewhere to put their money. That's the place to go.